In this week's video, I'm going to share with you how to reduce the file size of videos. Now, why should we even care about reducing the file sizes of the videos that we create? There's a few reasons for this. The first is site speed. So one of the things that Google look for is site speed in terms of your SEO, so search engine optimization, where you're going to appear on Google. So site speed is how fast your pages load, and one of the things that can hinder that is if it needs to load a huge video with a big file size, then that is going to slow down your site speed. The next thing is to do with hosting. So if you're not sure what the difference is between hosting and what I'm talking about, then I have done another video called Website Basics, which is all around the difference between hosting and builders and all that kind of language. So hosting is effectively the space that you buy for your particular website. So most packages with hosting will have a specific file size. So here is the back end of my Build It Brilliant website, and in this media section here you have an area which holds all of your media that you use for your website, and this generally under a hosting plan will have a certain size. So obviously if you load up a couple of videos that are really quite large videos, then that is going to take a chunk of your hosting plan, where if you compress them and have a smaller file size, then it's going to take up less space. So that's a good reason. It will also load up quicker to YouTube as well. So YouTube can handle big file sizes for videos, so that's not an issue. It's just more that it would load a lot quicker to YouTube. So I don't tend to reduce my file sizes if I'm using YouTube. However, if it's a particularly big video and it's going to take ages to upload, then I might. And there's a really simple way that you can compress your videos. So I'll show you what I mean. Quite a lot of videos are huge file sizes. So this is the video that I made public last week on the YouTube channel, which was the step-by-step guide to producing YouTube videos. And as you can see, that file size here is 822 megabytes. So that's quite a large file size for a video. And even if you compare it to like an image, for example, so if I just did how big is a particular image, just PDF there, a PDF is 646 kilobytes. So we go kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, that's the sizing. So this is 646 kilobytes, and yet this video is 822 megabytes. So they are quite big files. So I use something called Handbrake. Here it is, Handbrake, and Handbrake is free. It's an open source piece of software, and you can have Handbrake for whether you use Word or whether you use a Mac or whatever you use, then Handbrake does work. So Google Handbrake, here it is, open source video transcoder, and here obviously I download it for a Mac because I use a Mac, but you can download it for whatever platform that you want, completely free. So once you have downloaded Handbrake, we're going to have a look at this video. So when you go into Handbrake, it will come up with this screen, and then you just want to pick whichever video. So I'm going to pick this one with your 824 meg. Open, and that's the video that it's going to transcribe. I don't change any other settings in here. You can have it web optimized or for iPods or whatever, but I don't change anything. I literally just leave it as it is. Click where you're going to save it. So here I'm going to save it in my movies folder. I'm going to call it Handbrake here, .mp4. So Handbrake also allows you to download in other folders, but MP4 is the standard – the everything uses, so MP4 is perfectly good. So we've saved all of that, and then we're going to press start up here. And then as you can see, it's going to start encoding. It will probably take, this one will probably take, yeah, just a few minutes. It usually takes 5 minutes or so to encode. So once you have finished, it will be in whatever file you have stipulated here. Okay, so we're going to go find that folder now that it has done its thing. So in movies, and we have YouTube Handbrake here. And as you can see, that is now 137 megabytes. So that is a much smaller file size. So then I would upload it to the website if I want to include it in a blog, or I want to include it on a landing page, or if I wanted to use this video as part of a training course. So if you use a third-party platform such as Thinkific or Teachable or Newzenler or whatever it is that you use, then if I load this up at 137 megabytes, it's going to load on the page a lot quicker. And there's no difference in terms of quality, so I'll show you the difference. So this one's the Handbrake one.
So, hello. The first thing that you want to do if you are creating a YouTube video is...
So that's the Handbrake one. And then this one is the original one.
So, hello. The first thing that you want to do if you are creating a YouTube video is to...
So there's no difference in terms of quality. It's just that it's a hugely different file size. So I hope that's helped, and it's a useful thing for you to learn. And I'll see you next week for the next AMA.